Today we're going back to the basics because I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I get started with UV resin without spending a fortune? So in this video, I'm going to test out a new beginner's kit and show you just how. We're going to be working with Let's Resin's colored UV Resin Keychain Starter Kit. This is a perfect little kit without spending a fortune if you just want to dabble in the world of colored UV resin. This kit includes some silicone UV resin molds. You could use these for dog tags, for backpack tags, for keychains, even for Christmas ornaments, which I've done before. And my favorite, open back bezels. This is a great variety of bezels that you can experiment with. These are really heavy duty and deep bezels. I wish that Let's Resin just sold the bezels. Maybe they do, I better check. Look at how cute these are. They provide some gloves for working with your resin. Make sure you always wear gloves. And in my studio, I use an air purifier that's made specifically for resin work. And I've also got a mask on hand if I need that. Just be sure to follow the safety warnings on your resin products and do what they say. And then you've got your keychain parts, your actual keychain, your little O-rings to attach them with, a silicone mixing stick, and this is going to be great for getting into all those little crevices in these open back bezels. And of course, they provide you with UV resin tape, and I'll show you how this works in just a moment, and a little mini UV resin light. Of course, I normally use a bigger double-sided UV resin light, but these little lights that come with these beginner kits work great. Don't let the size fool you. And then the star of the show, the colored UV resin. This way you don't have to worry about mixing in colors or pigments. They already have color to them. This is a 12 set collection, and I actually have this set and I've used them before. But if you're new to the set, you might want to put a little drop of each one down to see what the colors actually look like outside of the bottle, if they're translucent or opaque. And because I've used them before, I will skip that step. And I'm going to go ahead and take my tips and put them on all of my bottles and get them ready to go. The UV light comes with a USB to C plug, and it's got 3 different time settings, 60, 90, and 150 seconds. I also work on a silicone mat, and make sure your surface is level before you begin so that your resin isn't rolling off one side or the other. This is my favorite bezel out of the set. I wish that I could get my hands on a bunch more of these. I love these. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece of my UV resin tape. I will fold over each end just so I have something not sticky to move my objects around with. And then you place whatever bezels you are going to work on the tape. I like to use a popsicle stick to burnish and rub my bezels down into the tape so that I can make sure the back is fully adhered and nothing leaks out. And then I flip that over and I do the back side as well, just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. And now we're ready to start playing with these gorgeous colors of UV resin. Something I've learned about these is to turn them upside down so that the resin gets to the tip and you have less bubbles. I should have done this ahead of time, but I'm kind of scurrying and I'm doing it right now. I need to come up with a container where I can just leave these upside down in at all times. That's just a little side tip for you. And now I'm just going to start playing with these colors and filling in the open areas of our bezel. And this is where you can get creative and do whatever your heart desires. And as always, Let's Resin provides me with a discount code for their products, and especially this set. So be sure to look down in the description of the video and save yourself some money if you want to give this a try. I'm loving the purple and the red. I'm going to leave some a little more opaque, some a little more translucent. It's really just easy and relaxing to do this kind of a project. And you might want to have a lighter on hand so that you can pop any of those little pesky bubbles that might come to the surface. And then I just pop my curing light over the top for about 60 seconds and then move on. Aren't these colors so pretty? I'm going to fill in the center with 2 different colors. And don't forget, you can mix and match these colors to make new colors, blend them together. There's a lot to be said for having this basic set of colors. Pop them back under my light and we're ready to move on to our next one. I think I'll go ahead and blend some greens and blues and swirl them in this one just to show you what that looks like. This silicone stick is perfect for doing the swirling. I kind of liked it more divided, but since I already swirled that first one, we're just gonna go with the swirl effect. And I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my channel members and those who have bought me a coffee to just give me a little extra support on the channel. And of course, I appreciate all of you who watch and comment and like these videos. It all really helps. So thank you, thank you. I'm just gonna pop these bubbles, fill in the middle, and put it under the light. And here's what these look like just as is. But what I wanna do is add a clear coat to my clover-leafed one because I like to dome things up. Now, the clear UV resin doesn't come with this kit. I think it'd be great if they did include it, but you don't even have to have the clear UV resin. You can just do these with what you've got. It's just a preference. I'm just gonna spread that out, pop my bubbles, and cure it under the light. I'm so impressed with the quality, the heaviness, the depth of these bezels, and Let's Resin just does a really good job with these. Okay, let's pull these out and see what we've got. They come right off of the tape easily. You can see that they're kind of translucent, so the light's going to shine through them. I'm going to make these into keychains at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's move on. I'm just going to dabble with this heart silicone mold and dot a bunch of colors in there and just to see what we can get and show you what some of these colors look like. Anytime you want to stop the UV resin from spreading, just pop it under your UV light for a quick second and that'll harden it up and you can keep going. If you want them to blend, just keep going. If you want to stop and then layer, go ahead and cure them in between. And see, it's hard, I can pick it up and then I can keep going and I won't have to worry about different colors blending together unless I want to. Their white is a really nice opaque white. Now what I'm going to do, because I don't want to use up all of my colored UV resin to fill this mold, I'm going to back it with clear UV resin. And just rinse and repeat. And look how easily this comes out of the mold. And I'm used to using a double-sided light, so I didn't even think to flip this over to make sure it cured all the way. So I'm just going to toss that under my light and cure it for another 30 seconds. And it's done. Now let's move on and do several more of these bezels. I'm going to do a few hearts and show you a few other tricks and then also do another one of these flower bezels. I mean, talk about an adult coloring book. I feel like this is like the UV resin version of adult Zen coloring. It's a lot of fun and you end up with a gift or something for yourself that you can actually use. And here's a little tip for you. If you want to dome the top, just take one of the more translucent UV resin colors like this pink, and I'm just going to dome the red with that, and it gives me almost a clear top without having to get the clear UV resin. I'm going to try a few different things on these hearts just to show you some other techniques you can use if in fact you do have some of these other supplies. I'm going to put down a layer of the pink in one of these hearts and cure it. This will be our backdrop. The next one I'm going to do red, white, and blue, but the red is more like a dark pink. But anyway, and show you just another way you can do a swirl technique. And you notice these colors don't muddy when you blend them together, which is really a bonus. And then I have a set of Let's Resin dried flowers and gold leaf. I don't think they still make this kit, but I want to show you how easy it is to add a dried flower. You could turn these into keychains or necklaces. I think the yellow will look good on that one. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of clear UV resin down, pop my flowers in there, fill it in the rest of the way, give it a little bit of a lighter. Don't scorch your flowers. This is going to be the second coat. And then cure it. And then we're going to dome it with a final clear coat. So again, these flowers and the clear resin don't come with this kit, but I just wanted to show you some other things you could do with this. And another technique you've seen me do in other videos is adding stickers to UV resin. On this last one, I'm going to put down some kind of sea colors, blues and whites and purple. I'm going to cure that. And then I've got these tiny jellyfish stickers, and I'm just going to stick them onto my cured UV resin and then top coat them with some clear. And this is just another little tip and technique. You can use stickers to make jewelry too. I really just wanted to show you how versatile UV resin is. I've got lots of other videos where I go step by step through all of these, but this is a great beginner's kit. I would definitely recommend it. Heck, I would buy it just for the bezels and the colored UV resin, and then add on from there. And here's what those look like. Now I'm going to turn a few of these into keychains. And we've got such a cute, easy, simple project that you can gift or make for yourself or even sell. And there you have it. I hope that this video has inspired you to get crafty too. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you next time.